What's up, guys? Welcome back to RT2CC Comic Club. Justin here. Sorry for the little bit of the hiatus that I was on, but I was working, and I want to talk about that. So this is kind of like a channel update. Not a huge change, but it's just a little bit of a change in the way I'm editing, which is saving me hours and hours of time. So I'm really excited to talk about it. So you'll notice when I show my positions, you know how I noticed that the numbers weren't always accurate. So what I was doing was I was importing the numbers on my numbers program, which is like Excel, but for Macs. And I was like, calculating the numbers, and then I was going back and editing the images, the screenshots that I took, and then changing the numbers so that you could see them. So instead, what I realized was like, why not just take screenshots of the numbers spreadsheet, and that way I don't have to do any editing on those pictures. So what used to take me like 30 to 40 minutes of editing per one day's worth of positions now takes me like 4 to 5 minutes, and I can do all the positions, not just the top, the top 3 pages and the bottom 3 pages. So I'm really, really excited for that. I actually updated all the way up until September 10th. So I'm fully caught up with that. So now I don't have to do any more of that on the editing. And so I can just kind of focus on, talking about the articles and the positions and kind of hopefully getting caught up. So I think this is going to be a huge breakthrough. Hopefully you'll notice a lot more videos are going to go up quicker. I will be going out of town though this weekend, so I won't be home to edit for a few days. But like I said, I'm really stoked about the progress I made, and this is the most caught up I've been in a long time. So, and I will talk about some current news, so it won't be fully old. So I'm hoping you guys still get a lot of value out of these videos, even though only 2 months back. There's a lot of news you guys might have missed, and I say this all the time. If you missed any pieces of news, or you just want a refresher on your memory, I think you could still get a lot of value from these videos. So let's just get into it. On July 2nd, the stocks as a whole, they did okay. They started off kind of shaky, but then the NASDAQ came back into the green, and then the Dow came back into the green by the end of the day. So I'm really happy with how that played out. Amazon and Google did really well, and NVIDIA did really well. Netflix, all the positions you see there had a really solid day. Now, in terms of trades, we did do some trades. This was the beginning of the week. It's a short week because of 4th of July, which is the market's closed on 4th of July, and the market closes early on Thursday. So we lost our Citigroup shares because the covered call we sold, it did expire in the money, so we had to sell our 100 shares. So we sold them at $66.55 per share, and then we sold a new Universal Display covered call. So the stock was trading around $83 at the time, maybe a little bit more than that. So I picked an $87 strike, for this coming Friday, like I've been doing previously. And then we bought 2 Domino's Pizzas calls. So I'll put on this, I'm putting these on the screen so you can see. But I did go with a January 2020 strike, or expiration, $300 strike. And we were able to get in cheaper, I believe, than when we sold it. So that was awesome. So yeah, looking forward to making some profits on Domino's. And then finally, we got some Universal Display dividends, only about $6 worth. So the dividend reinvestment program that we're in picked up 0.072 shares for us for free of charge, no fees. So there you go. That was pretty cool. So with the positions here, you're going to notice that they look a little bit different. I'm taking screenshots again, like I said before. I'm taking screenshots of my actual spreadsheet now, but I'm really excited because I can get every single position on there. I'm manually entering in every price, and so it's going to be very, very accurate. Now, however, for some reason, July 2nd, I totally forgot to take screenshots of my positions, so I apologize for that. So what you're seeing on the screenshot here is the closing price of my options from June 29th, which was the last Friday, and then on the 2nd, I totally missed it, so again, apologize. But then, so we'll go with July 3rd as the next closing day. So you'll see the changes in the daily change on the right column and the percentages. And then at the very end, you'll see how much money I made on that day. So again, we're just doing July 3rd today. So this will be a short video, hopefully. But anyways, our biggest gainer was Roku. So in the past couple days, we made 53.9% on those calls. And so we're really excited about that. Roku's been doing surprisingly well, considering it's a company I've never really thought to invest in up until about a year ago. But yeah, so then Groupon went up 22%, but that's not worth hardly anything, so it's not really that important. And then our NVIDIA calls did go up 3.56%, so we made about $440 there. So it was really exciting. And then our losers, we had a lot of them, but a lot of them were really small. So you can see their dollar amount on the far right. a lot of these were under $100 losses, so it was really nothing too important to talk about there. So I'm just going to go to the last page, and you can see here we had our biggest gainer, hands down, was Tesla, and we'll talk about Tesla in a little bit. But they did go down. Our calls went down 26%, so we lost a little over $3,000 just on that position alone. So that kind of hurt us. However, our gainers did, at least on Tuesday, we made money, but you can't see that. But on the July 3rd, we did lose quite a bit of money. We lost about seven grand. So let's just go into the news. And so actually, before I do that, let's just show how the stocks did on July 3rd, because I did take screenshots of that. So they started out okay, and then they quickly started going more red, and then they finished down for the day. So what I'm going to do here is this might be a new thing I'm going to do. I'm still experimenting, but what I'm going to try to do is do a 2 Comma Club top 2 articles of the day. I think that could be a nice segment which can keep the video short, and while at the same time forcing me to only focus on the most important things, in my opinion. So we're going to try that. In terms of like the general news, I'll touch on that. Again, it was trade war stuff, so I'll link to all these articles in the description. But it's just funny how it goes back and forth. It literally goes back and forth. This article, Wall Street ends higher, helped by tech rally. It just says, the stocks went up. Other technology stocks offsetting worries about an escalating trade war between Washington. So again, same old stuff. But if you do want to read it to kind of see what more of an impact it'll have, you can. Now, in terms of this article, so Tesla hits Model 3 production target, but shares turn lower. So I guess this was the second article that I'm going to talk about for the day. I kind of skipped past the first one, but that's because it's not interesting right now. But anyways, yeah, so as of July 2nd, Tesla said it produced 53,339 vehicles during the second quarter, which was up 55% from the prior period. And they delivered 40,740 vehicles, which fell short of some estimates, but the company is reaffirming its positive cash flow outlook for the third and fourth quarters. They also said that the production numbers came to about 28,578 Model 3 sedans, which is triple from the previous quarter. I think that's amazing. And then 24,761 Model S and X cars combined. Elon Musk said it was the most productive quarter in their company's history by far. And I'm getting pop-up ads now, so that sucks. But anyways, also, I do want to give a shout out to this YouTube channel called Hyperchange. If you want like direct specific, also Now You Know is another channel that talks about Tesla a lot. Those two channels, I love to watch them because they give a lot of information about Tesla. And what Galileo does from Hyperchange is like once a month he goes over the production numbers and he gives his own predictions based on like the math and all that stuff on what kind of production numbers are going to hit. And it's really exciting to watch because it's just crazy. Like Tesla's growth, even from now, has just been incredible with the Model 3. So yeah, so now let's go to the top 2 articles for July 3rd. How will investors know if there's a full-blown trade war? Here's what Wall Street says. Why am I talking about trade war? I mean, well, obviously it's still going on in September, but this article I thought was interesting because you get a lot of people's opinions about the trade war, and some of them say we are already in a trade war, just kind of based on the definition of a trade war. But some people say it's relatively minor, but some people say it will be kind of big, but the impact won't really be felt until 2019. So give that article a read. Scroll towards the bottom. It gives you some quotes from different people that talks about how the trade war will affect the economy. And, I am pretty concerned about it, obviously. I don't know how I'm going to be trading next year in 2019. Obviously, if you've been watching the vlog, 2017 was pretty much throw darts at a board and pick any stock you want. You're going to make a ton of money. But 2018, you had to pick some really solid companies and hold on to them. But the volatility has just been crazy. 2019, I really don't know what's going to happen just because, we're going to start feeling the impacts of stuff. It kind of gets delayed, so it's going to be crazy. But long term, I'm still bullish, like super long term. Anyways, last article of the video. Amazon will supersize its second grab-and-go grocery store in Seattle. Now, I want to talk about Amazon and why this is such a huge thing. Just based on the surface, like, obviously it's convenient, but it's really the time that you're saving, which is why this is so important, which is why I think this is going to take off so well. So if you're not familiar with the grab-and-go grocery stores that Amazon is starting to launch in Washington, it's basically you go into the store, you scan a barcode that's linked to your account, and then you just go in, you just shop. You just take stuff off the shelves, put it in your bag, and then you don't you don't check out, you just leave the store. So if you think about how much time you've spent, I know a lot of you can relate to this. If you go to the grocery store, a lot of times you're spending like up to maybe 10 minutes or more waiting in line just to check out, which can be a very big hassle. And if you add that up over time, like we're spending hours and hours standing in line at these grocery stores, and to be able to just go in, take your stuff and leave and spend virtually no time waiting in line, it's like you're saving so much time. And as you guys know, time is money. So you're really saving a lot of money at the same time doing that. Now, of course, getting it delivered would be the most time savings because you don't have to actually go to the store. But at least if you're like already in the area, I think this is going to be huge. And this article is talking about they're going to be, opening up another one. And they said it's going to be 70% more square footage. So they're really putting a lot of, resources into this. And I think it's going to be very, very successful. So we're going to leave it at that. Question of the day. I want to know what you guys think of the new positions. Do you guys like how I'm doing that? And then also, are you guys cool? Do you guys like just doing 2 articles per day and then linking to everything else, or do you want me to go into more detail? Do you want me to do more articles, like cover more topics? I just kind of want to get your feedback. But if you like this kind of format, just let me know, and I would really appreciate it. Oh, I also wanted to ask you guys about the Amazon Go stores, because the grocery stores. Do you think it's a good idea? Do any of you live in the Washington area? Have you been to one of these stores before? Please comment below. I'd love to hear your opinions and thoughts. So thanks again so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah. Oh, I also want to talk about these shirts. We're going to get some more of these made. My friend and I have been working on these, and we actually print them ourselves. Well, my friend does the printing, but I help her as much as I can. But if you want to support the channel, we're making some more t-shirts. If you want to pick one up, just let me know. And yeah, so hope you guys like this video. We'll talk to you guys in the next one.